The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Wednesday, February 19th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up. And when you do, sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Wednesday, February 19th. And man, I building the slides for today. The fucking games we have upon us. It's a fantastic day for college hoops. But we first got to react to just a kind of all over the place day. There were some hilarious things going on in the sport of college hoops today. I'm excited to talk about it. But first, you're probably wondering who the hell you're listening to, and that's fair. My name is Colby Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Yeah, it was a shock. I thought it's a mistake. You know, I'm like Popeye or Buffhead in the cartoons, and those kind of people don't get sick. I've never been sick in my life.
Yeah. Never been sick of college basketball, but I am sick as shit right now. Feels good to be this sick. You know, it feels good to just be drinking NyQuil all day and all this other shit. Home remedies. You're looking up home fucking remedies. Yeah, today was a little tough. Sick. I'm not sick of college hoops despite having a losing record again tonight. And I was looking so fucking good out the gate.
Kiss of death. Kiss of death.
Yeah, you can't get too excited, start talking shit. Next thing you know, you end up in the red. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ryan and Rush Show. And make sure you check out the College Basketball Experience pregame show. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. Yeah, man. I thought we were going to have an epic night. And, boy, the late game spent us over bad. Bad late slate, good early slate. Let's talk about it.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yeah, it was out the gate. I was feeling great. And then, that late slate just fucking brutal.
That's what happened.
Out the gate. We can just talk about drink a hot toddy. I need to. I need something, man. I've been on the mic for a minute too. But just I'll do a shot of vodka or something. That's okay, right? Vodka, I feel like mixed with medicine is okay, right? Yeah.
I drink whiskey when I'm sick.
Yeah. I've always bought into that stuff
old
too.
Grandpa's cough medicine, babe.
Yeah. But out the gate, buddy, maybe I should only pick A-Sun and Mac games because I feel like I'm on it. Florida Gulf Coast 72, Jacksonville 56, double lock. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Gulf Coast looked good, and that was a big win for them. They sweep Jacksonville They kind of controlled the game throughout and then pulled away in the second half. And now they both are tied for the 4th seed in this conference race. I mean, home court means something in this league. I mean, this is not one of those that's on a neutral site. So if you can get it on the home court, and these environments are lit in those tournaments. So home court does mean something in the A-Sun.
It does. It really does. And yeah, I mean, I just feel like Gulf Coast is the better team when they get off the bus too. Like you can kind of see it when you watch the game.
That means they'll lose the next game because
definitely,
good, fucking drop an egg.
I remember I think it was the opening night of the season. I caught them at Greensboro, and I told you guys I was like, that team's way like they're gonna win the A-Sun. I think I said that. Yeah, they're not gonna win the regular season, but I'll tell you this: you're not gonna want to play them in that tournament.
Yep,
because they're capable. They're gonna fuck up somebody probably. Like they might not win the thing, but they could. That's a team that could take down the 1 seed.
Yep. They passed the eye test.
Yeah. This game I didn't bet, but I know you did. You locked up Villanova in the points, and that hit. Man, I thought they were going to win this outright. Unbelievable down the stretch. Your thoughts?
Oh, God. Villanova, you had a chance to do what would have been great for all of us. That would have put UConn on the bubble. If they lost to Villanova in Hartford, they would have been a bubble team, but you got to give UConn credit. They battled back. 14-point goddamn lead for Villanova with 12 to go, and they didn't score the last 10 minutes of the game. Got extremely stagnant, and UConn got some calls, but I mean you expect that in their own building.
Yeah. I stayed away. I mean, I know you and Nick were on that. I was talking to Nick about. We dropped our college football experience regarding North Carolina's upcoming schedule and the Bill Belichick hire. Go listen to that. But he had bet Nova too. He was sweating that out the final seconds there. Maction. They say I'm a Mac specialist. We did call for this on the money line, and I did.
don't know what that means. If you like, I can search the web for. Hey Siri, I'm a Max.
Oh no, yours got activated.
Here's what
I don't know what happened right there. I didn't press anything.
Dude, if I was doing that forever, you got to like deactivate it. Otherwise, it'll just keep fucking going off. It's like, hey, bitch, shut up. I'm trying to fucking do a show here.
I know what's going on, but I did see someone in the chat. I'm sorry, not the chat, the comments section. There's a lot of reasons to shit on us because of the past 2 days. I'll be honest. When you have a losing record, you have a losing record. You are what the fuck you are. However, we got a lot of slander. From one person, I think. So not a lot of slander, but what do we learn here? Dundee's a fucking moron. No, but they were like, Miami, Ohio, second in the MAC. You're a fucking idiot for taking Eastern Michigan. Are you kidding me? Well, we get to talk shit to that person because 76-66. We called the fucking money line, and I did bet the fucking money line. 76-66 EMU. When they're not rigging games, they're winning games. Should be a t-shirt. Your thoughts?
My favorite logic. They're in second place. They gotta cover. Well, that's why the spread is the spread, you idiot. Good win for Eastern Michigan. They kind of played well, to your point.
I watched this whole game.
Yeah.
They were the better team from the minute of the tip. Jalen Terry was balling out for them. Even the big man, is it Chanu? I think it is. Had a big game for them as well. Yeah. You know what's funny, man? The MAC tournament, as much as Akron's rolling,
it's still
there's potential for a lot of humor there. Our top lock, some say, of the day, Bellarmine. They finally got it done. 94-68. Dude, this game was so out of hand in the first 20 minutes. I took it off the TVs.
I did too. I tweeted at you.
Yeah. Good God. 94-68 against those Governors. Double lock hit. We were off and running. 4-0 to start the fucking show. But man, Bowling Green really could have covered for us because they lost by a half a point. This cover did. Javante Campbell had a big game. But Jalen Sullinger for Kent State went off. I mean, 1 point, half point off.
Hey, real quick on Bellarmine. So they win their first game and they get eliminated from the conference tournament tonight.
That's great.
So they finally win the game as they're getting eliminated. I saw the tweet. It goes, Bellarmine has been eliminated from the A7 tournament because the 11 and 12 don't get in because they added West Georgia and Central Arkansas. So hilarious.
I don't understand why they don't try to fix that. You know what I mean?
Why don't they just let them in?
Yeah,
why can't they have all 12 in?
Especially in those conferences. It's like more games help, more money. Northern Illinois plus 20.5, double lock. Boom.
They're winning at halftime.
And I mean, I was a MAC special. I am a MAC specialist still. SWAC Mondays are tough with me. I'm a SWAC specialist on Saturdays. Yeah. And then Ohio. We did lose on Ohio, 84-82 against CMU. CMU was actually, when I was watching, it was giving them the business, but I missed, I think, the end of this one. What happened here?
I thought Ohio actually was going to cover there for a minute. They got it up to, they pushed it out to 7 with 4.5 and change. But like you said, Central Michigan, I think actually kind of controlled the game. Kind of felt like it was back and forth, and good win, Ohio. Way not to choke, and now they get Akron on Saturday or Friday, whichever day. I forget what day.
Yeah. Then we had Loyola Chicago stick it to us with Davidson. Fucking Davidson. They need to fire McKillop Jr. They're losing their edge.
15-11. Nah, he'll be back.
I know he'll be back too.
Yeah, his old man still got some pull there. He's going to get every chance possible. The young McKillop.
Well, they better. I mean, I know they can't use the portal as well as other teams, but nice win for Loyola. That's a bad play by me because I thought the line stunk a little bit. I thought Loyola was the better team, but I was like, what is this line?
Davidson favored,
yeah. North Florida. Stuck it to Stetson. Picked this correctly, just didn't bet it. And then you win a lock battle against me as A&M sucks and scores 54 fucking points. You losers. There goes that future, by the way.
Yep, that's gone.
Yep.
Some peace. Hubbard was big time tonight. 25 points, 4 steals. Mississippi State made some shots tonight. Maybe they're coming out of this funk that they were in. They've been in a little bit of a funk where they couldn't win a goddamn home game. Now they've won 3 out of 4 all of a sudden, 7-6 in league play. I like this team.
Yeah, and then man, you want to talk about a game that was all over the place. Point Purdue had, I think, an 8-point lead. I felt good. I felt great. But holy shit, did that come? A storm came up. Michigan State roared the fuck back.
What was that crowd?
Oh my God. That was beautiful. That was college basketball done well tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry, Beanie, cover your fucking ears. But the crowd was a rocking. And man, they were rolling, man.
Holy fuck.
Richardson, Frankie Fiddler got in the mix. Your thoughts, man?
I love Michigan State. They're so fun. They took 13 threes tonight. They took 13 threes in the modern day of basketball, and they still fucking just out-muscled Purdue. They're just they know their identity. They're gonna stay with it. They play hard as shit, and like I said, man, I tweeted out that freaking place. I have not seen that place like that in a couple years now, because Sparty's kind of been the 5th or 6th best team in the Big Ten, or 7th or 8th. They kind of just were battling. They were never going to miss the tournament, but they weren't a threat. they're a legit threat to win the Big Ten now, and that was a kind of a throwback crowd for Izzo and company. And old Purdue's lost 3 in a row now,
and they're heading to Assembly Hall next.
Ooh.
I mean, their remaining schedule. Yeah, Sunday. Their remaining schedule is at Indiana, home to UCLA, home to Rutgers, at Illinois. It's tricky. Rutgers is the only one you feel really good about, right?
How does Indiana have 9 days off in between the UCLA game and the Purdue game? Interesting schedule by the Big Ten. Yeah. Purdue's got to find themselves here. They're kind of out of the Big Ten race in a way now. I mean, they lose the tiebreaker with Michigan. They lose or I guess they split, but they lose the tiebreaker with Sparty. They only play once, and they need to just tread water here and get a 3 or 4 seed come March.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said they're probably a 4 or 5 seed now in the big dance, to be honest. They entered Saturday with the selection committee around the 10 overall, but you lose at home to Wisconsin and then you drop one at Sparty. I mean, you're going to start sliding a little bit.
Yeah. Then you had I'm glad you talked me off not betting this, because I think West Georgia was getting 17.5. They lose by 18.
Hilarious.
Glad I didn't bet this. It would have been pretty painful there, but I was super sharp and I flew solo here. I tried to bring you. First, I advised my clients to go in on Western Michigan.
Oh my God.
They won by like 40 fucking points. This Buffalo bullshit out of here. If we followed that up with a double lock of Eastern Kentucky against Lipscomb.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't think they trailed for 1 fucking second in this game.
No.
All right. Let's make sense of this a Sun.
Okay.
If you can.
Yeah, I'll do my recap. So now all of a sudden, Eastern Kentucky's won 8 in a row. They swept Lipscomb.
Yeah.
They're the 2 seed. They have gone from 500, and they're going to be like the 7 or 8 seed. They're the fucking 2 seed, 1 game back in North Alabama, who's the 1 seed. North Alabama's at Lipscomb next game. They have a game lead on them. And then you got that Gulf Coast and Jacksonville clump at 10-5. Gulf Coast will win the tiebreakers there, and then Queens as well at 10-5. So you got 6 teams between 12-3 and 10-5. This thing can get really, really interesting if Lipscomb beats North Alabama on Thursday. And we only have 3 games left, by the way, everybody, because they play their tournament first.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the one, if you're an EKU fan, Jacksonville's style of play might be able to give them a game on the 24th. They're in Florida there in Jacksonville, but you got to like Bellarmine and North Florida, the other games. But North Florida's capable of beating them too, so don't count your chickens yet. But man, what a fucking run by EKU right now. Yeah, man, we were rolling. Even this one, I know in the SGP show I just did, we caught it at 10.5, but this closed at 11.5. That's the number I got. Syracuse covers Pitt by a 0.5 point. Pitt apparently going to the NCAA tournament, according to some, with this win tonight. Your thoughts? What number did you get?
I got 10.5. So I ate shit. This fucking phony team. They were losing the whole fucking game and they covered. Syracuse is such ass. They're so fucking bad. Syracuse led 22-6 to start the game.
And they still
completely
unbelievable.
Syracuse is bad. I mean, Pitt, what are they, 7-8 now in the ACC? Nah, they ain't going. Like, what have they done they just beat Syracuse in the last 2 months. They've beaten Syracuse and Miami. They do have a win against Carolina.
I mean, I agree with you, but what did I text you the other day? I forget what show I was watching.
So he updated it. He updated it. I don't see Pitt in the conversation. Like, they're the next 4 now.
Yeah. No, I think that's what that was originally. It was Carolina's the last 4, or the next 4.
Yeah.
Pitt is the next 4. So I explained it to you incorrectly, but still, it's still blasphemy to me.
They have a losing record in the ACC, and we say how bad the ACC is, and people want to crowbar them into the bubble cup.
That's the problem with these power schools. That's bullshit, in my opinion, man. Like UC San Diego or UC Irvine or fuck. I'll even put like some of the other schools besides those Big West teams. I don't know how you could say Pitt is even close to being in. If you watch them all year, you know.
Well, I mean, we're talking about power schools. Like having a losing record in the SEC or even the Big 12 is completely different than the ACC.
That's why the eye test really matters, though. Like if you're sitting there watching Vanderbilt, who might not get in, you say that's a good basketball team. If you're watching Pitt, you're like, no, they're not very good this year. More on that in a little bit, but well, as a Mac specialist, I did see that everyone on SGPN picked Toledo to just handle business against Ball State. I didn't bet this, but I picked Ball State, and you're goddamn right, I was on that island, and Ball State almost won. They lost by 1. They covered. That's the benefit you get when you dial 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE and then press MAC in there. It's good they didn't lose, man, because that would have been a bad loss. Your thoughts?
They waved it off.
I know, man.
If for Ball State fucking made it.
I saw it on Twitter. Yeah. I didn't see it live. I saw it on Twitter though. But man, that's tough. Queens destroyed Central Arkansas. Stayed away from that. We went in on Oklahoma, which was dumb because they're fucking terrible.
But like, all right, so Florida's really good. That wasn't the handicap tonight. It was that this was supposed to be the desperation. Hey, Oklahoma, if you win this, you're on the right side of the bubble. And they got housed from the beginning. What happened to Oklahoma? They were fucking awesome in the non-con. They were beating everybody. Like, how do they do this every year? They did this last year. They did this the year before.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I mean,
how are you not competitive? That's my point. Like, I'm not saying they were going to win at Florida. Like, that's a tall task. Only Missouri's done that. But you can at least show up and not be down 24 points at halftime.
Yeah. Who's getting that job?
Ooh, good question. Think about some guys in the Midwest. I think a guy like Ross Hodge in North Texas would be great there.
I don't think it's sexy enough though. If they're having a problem with seats, man, no one's going to their fucking games. You need to go out and get a splash hire.
Yeah, hire Blake Griffin, get your ass beat. Jeff Capel, he got to the Elite Eight there.
I know we're supposed to say Brad Stevens and Will Wade, but is there a splash hire that could happen?
Rodney Terry. No.
Is there any way? This is going to sound very stupid, by the way. That Bill Self from Oklahoma, right?
He ain't going to fucking Oklahoma. He's at
I
Kansas.
know. Oh, that's right. He went to Oklahoma State too, right?
Yeah, he's a Cowboy.
Yeah.
He's at Kansas.
It almost sounds like we'll get to Kansas because we were having a conversation here earlier.
On the beach somewhere next year, retired.
Yeah, I was about to say that shit. I'm just saying, who the fuck could they get that could be a home run hire then?
I think you just got to go the mid-major route and get a fucking winner. But you got to get the right fit. I never liked the Porter Mosier fit there. Yeah. It didn't make sense. He's a Midwest guy, but he's more up there in Chicago. Like, I think you get one of those McCaslin guys or Scott Drew guys, just grinders that know Texas and Oklahoma and know how to win there.
We were super sharp here, man, and it's the reason why we're not in a ton of, well, at least for a little bit, but TCU, Jamie Dixon, old fucking faithful here, 69-66. This was our best play of the night. Best play of the night. Shout out to Ryan Moses giving us $5. Hope you're good, brother. Hope you're good. We'll be here when you get out, God willing. but best wishes with you, man. Yeah, dude, we got to talk about TCU here. I mean,
Jamie does it every fucking year. He beat how many top 10 wins does he have there?
I mean, I remember watching this team in November, telling you guys, I was like, this is the worst team in the Big 12 by far.
They're 8
and yet, 7. I know, unbelievable. Good coaching. Good fucking coaching.
Yeah. That was a hell of a win. I mean, they're not on the bubble just because they had a shit non-con. But hell, maybe if they went out, they could get on the bubble. I don't know. I mean, who even knows what the bubble is anymore? These teams in the bubble.
I feel like every power conference team has a shot to be on the bubble. Doesn't matter what their record is. Shit, if Pitt is, Minnesota should be.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Then you had I stayed away from this, picked this incorrectly, but you hit this. Xavier gets it done. 13-point win against Butler. Your thoughts?
Yeah, they beat the kind of brakes off him. He took it light on his friend, his mentor in the second half. I mean, they jumped on him. They're up like 22 or some shit, and they took the gas off the pedals, they like to say. Xavier, I mean, is Xavier on the bubble? Could Xavier get back into this thing? I don't know. Their schedule is super soft coming down the stretch.
Well, they would make more sense to me than Pitt.
Oh, dude, they passed out.
Yeah.
I think Xavier is a decent team.
I know you would say that for anybody because Pitt, you hate Pitt, but as a neutral guy over here that doesn't hate Pitt, I just think Xavier passes the eye test way more than Pitt does. Speaking of laying off the gas, Iowa State, we locked Iowa State. Of course, we ate shit here. Up by 17 at halftime. We're laying, I think, 17.
This is such bullshit. They're up 17 at the first media timeout.
Yeah.
How did he not cover this goddamn game?
Brutal.
Up 24, 10 minutes left. Ugh, that sucked.
That was tough, man. This is where the night took a turn for us, in my opinion. Right around here is where I started eating a ton of shit. We bet UT Martin, and Tennessee State just took a shit on them, man.
That was surprising.
Man, fuck UT Martin, man. I haven't been able to get a read on them all year. We took the Illini. They got drilled at Wisconsin. The chat was talking shit to me about this too last night. So kudos to you.
Is Illinois ever going to get healthy? They said that they're super sick again. Like, how many fucking times can these fucking guys get sick?
Where's Illinois at in the Big Ten right now?
They're like 9-8. They've been very underperforming, underwhelming. I don't know what I think of Illinois.
They're at Duke next.
At the Garden.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. They'll lose that, or that would be a random game that they would win. Like they pop up and like they've already beaten Wisconsin. They beat Missouri on a neutral. They've had random games where they've looked really good, but then in Big Ten play, they've looked horrible. And I know they've had a lot of injuries. I know it's been a lot of moving pieces, but I don't know. They just screamed the analytics darling team of the year, and it just never clicks in the end. That's what I'm starting to think with Illinois.
Yeah, I never liked them in March anyway, but normally, yeah, I went against they normally win in Madison. Folks, what I tell you, the college basketball experience, part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And if you're looking for free daily picks for college hoops, NBA, college baseball, NHL, MLB, UFL, all that shit, download the SGPN app. It's free in the App Store and Google Play Store, and let it ride. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, SGPN's partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. And the best part is no credit checks, and it's completely free to download. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet every single sport. Plus, there's props for every game, and the Live Dealer Casino is a bundle of fun. And look, MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations, outside of the States even too. Easy deposits, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Hop on over there, MyBookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. For 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Once again, that's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. All right.
Hey, real quick.
What's up?
How good, and I want to ask you two questions here about Wisconsin. First of all, they don't look like the old Wisconsin. John Tonje is a fucking dude. I mean, this guy's an All-American.
He went for 30 tonight, right?
Again.
Yeah.
Did he go for 30 against fucking Purdue? And do you think they miss AJ Storr?
Not at all. And let me tell you something. I know Wisconsin fans that are friends of mine.
Yeah.
I've talked a lot of shit on their system. Not necessarily the system, that they couldn't win. This is the best Wisconsin team in some time.
Yeah.
You agree with that? Like,
Trevor was on the pregame show. He said since the national championship team. I think I agree with him in terms of like actually being able to score the ball, look like a modern day team. I know the team with Johnny Davis was good 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever it was, but they were so limited and relying on one dude. This team's balanced. They make shots. They can play inside out. For the old Greg Gard crowd is eating shit here. They look good.
Yeah. Great win there, and they are looking good. It's gonna be an interesting March. Wyoming does not cover against Air Force. Didn't bet this, but I believe you picked that correctly. And then Steve Alford did what Steve Alford does. Unfucking believable. Dude,
Colorado State's a fucking team that's played a lot better, man.
I don't know if Nevada's going to be able to get Boise on Saturday in Reno.
Yeah.
If they don't get that game, there's a decent shot Nevada finishes like 8th in the Mountain West. That's a terrible coaching job.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Davidson's not a senior, but in this portal era, he might.
He's gone. Why would you stay?
Yeah.
This was the year you're supposed to, man. Like, I think like I said, I was at Mountain West Media Days, and I want to say the Associated Press you vote there. You can vote, and I believe Nevada and Boise were the top 2 teams in the conference, if memory serves me correct, on votes.
Yeah. Well, because New Mexico lost the big names, but they got better.
Yeah.
And then
I think Nevada was the preseason favorites because I remember.
I think it was
Boise was.
Boise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boise's been a disappointment too. But
Yeah. Terrible, man. Unbelievable. You look at that remaining schedule with Boise, Wyoming, at UNLV, home to New Mexico, at San Diego State. I mean, Wyoming's the only one that's a for sure win there. Unbelievable. Nico Medved's a good coach.
That's what I was about to.
Oklahoma should phone Nico Medved. Yeah,
I think he's Minnesota's next head coach, though. He's from the Minnesota area. I believe he wanted the Gophers job until Ben Johnson went on a roll to finish last season.
In a roll,
at least that's it. And I wouldn't call it a roll, but he's attempting to once again stay as the head coach. But Medved's from the land of 10,000 lakes or whatever they call it. So I think he wants to land at the Gophers. If not, I mean, he's coached at Drake already. Mm-hmm. He's like, I mean, if you're going to give him a Power 5 job, you might be able to woo him into the middle of America again.
Rob Donaldson saying Ben Johnson's back next year.
I bet you he's back. They don't care enough to like he played there and they fucking just swept the LA schools and they're like 6-9 in the Big Ten now. They've actually they've salvaged this into a respectable Big Ten year for them. And a year I thought they weren't even going to win a fucking game. I thought they were going to be like 2-18 after what we saw in the non-con.
Yeah, and then from Steve Alford's disappointment, which I don't think Nevada will fire him, even though they should. What's going on with Kansas? We double locked Kansas and they got destroyed.
They're done.
I've been saying, I think since December, that it seems like self.
Yeah. How did this team beat Duke? How did Kansas beat Duke?
Is this crazy? It just follows like a cloud follows Hunter Dickinson around, right?
Well, did you see what DeJuan Harris said in the post game?
No, what did he say?
You got to get back to playing for the name on the front of the jersey, not on the back. I mean,
did you see what Bill Self said?
Yeah, I mean,
no, I didn't catch any of that. What did he say?
He basically said, "I thought that this would be a bonding trip, but I think it's best we all go away from each other for."
We all need to stay away. Just don't come to the gym. Take a day or two off, and
like I just read between the lines, and I know who they're taking a jab at, who they're taking a shot at. I mean, you're not going to call out your player or teammate individually in the press, but
what's interesting is last season, mid-season or towards the end of the season, he kind of phoned it in and said, "We're focusing on next year." Remember that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he's out. I think he's going to retire.
That, or he's just going to look forward to not coaching Hunter Dickinson ever again.
Yeah, maybe it's all subliminal for that. I don't know,
or he's heading to Durham.
Where's he go? He's heading to Durham.
Sorry, not Durham.
Chapel Hill. You mean? Hill. Yeah.
Oh, he's pulling the Roy Williams.
It's like what? Lavelle Moton's going to move on from from Central.
HBCU, right? Bill Self. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, I feel like a broken record. I've seen Kansas do shit this year that I've never seen them do. Not be able to get the
never
ball
in my life, dude. I can't remember the last time Kansas was this like getting blown out kind of
awful loss. Awful loss. Like I couldn't believe they lost to Utah on Saturday, and I know the elevation and all that, but I mean they lost to West Virginia. I mean, I'm a Mountaineer, but they should not lose to the Mountaineers without Tucker DeVries in the fog. They should not blow a 6-point lead.
Yeah.
With what, 12 seconds to Houston? Some of the losses they've had this year, I'm just like, holy fuck, what the fuck is going on? And
didn't they blow like a 20-point lead at Baylor?
Yeah, and Baylor didn't have 3 of their guards. Edgecombe got hurt. Got hurt. Roach didn't play. Love didn't play. I'm like, how are they blowing this lead? And
you're just talking about games that I was on the right side of, and it's like,
well, I was on Baylor,
pissing me off.
You
were on Baylor. I was on Kansas. That was the right side until final 5 minutes of that game.
I just named 5 games like in the history of Bill Self. I've never seen them do anything like this. And I know everybody's like, oh, Harris and Adams can't shoot. Harris and Adams couldn't shoot 2 years ago when they went like 31-5. What's changed since then? Who did
Adams
the $2 million
didn't play.
The team has no toughness.
He was a starting 5-man on the 31-5 team.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You want to bet money?
I think he was. I think
Jalen Wilson.
Yeah, I think he was.
Jalen Wilson.
He was a 4-man.
He played the 5.
Jalen Wilson did not play the 5. No, he's a 4-man.
And actually,
what year is this? We're talking 2022.
Yeah. Oh. Ken actually has KJ Adams at the 4 and Wilson at the 5.
Okay, well, Wilson's a 4-man and Adams is a 5-man. What changed? Yeah. Dickinson got $2 million and then they paid AJ Storr. Oh my God.
Well, they paid everybody.
I mean, but how much did they pay AJ Storr? He can't even get on the floor. He's so bad.
Money changes also. You get a little lazier. It's just human nature, you know?
Shout out to BYU. We got to give some BYU some flowers. I mean, we can't just make this all about Kansas's downfall, which is honestly beautiful. It's been a long time coming. BYU, man. I mean,
where are they at? They're close to being in, right?
Yeah, they got to be in. I mean, they're in Tucson next and then Tempe, but if they can just go 1-1 there. Yeah, it's just they've invested. They got a lot of money in that program, and that thing's not going to slow down. As much as I don't think the NBA thing is going to win, if they pay enough money to make it work, they got real talent in that program.
And they have a real home edge at that spot. So Soaker was insane tonight.
Oh, Bill Self is getting his ass soaked out there tonight.
Oh yeah. I stayed off this game, but I know you went in. LSU 81, South Carolina 67.
What the fuck is wrong with South Carolina?
Oof.
You win a game? Lamont's going to be on the fucking hot seat now.
No, he took him to the tournament last year.
Yeah, but if you go 0-18, it's like Dennis Gates. Dennis Gates is on the hot seat this year, but he's off the hot seat.
And I didn't agree with that, you know?
Here's the problem with Lamont Paris right now at South Carolina. Year 1, dud. Year 2, good. I mean, they had a great year. But now year 3, dud. It's a lot of up and down, up and down. They need to bounce back next year is what I'm saying.
I would say the bigger problem is you kind of want your own guy, you know?
What'd you say? Sorry, you cut out for a second.
South Carolina's got a new athletic director. So
yeah, Ray Tanner's out.
Yeah. We ate shit here. Houston 80, Arizona State 65.
Damn it. Houston finally covers a big number. Houston's so damn good.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. They were just like beating them down. That was I watched a good chunk of that, and it was just like, God, every loose ball. Like Arizona State just didn't. They don't have that that level. Yeah, that level of toughness. Speaking of, what's that?
Like Houston, like they just have a different culture where in this portal era, everybody just wants to kiss these players' asses. Kelvin does the complete opposite. He's just like, all right, I'll pay you, but I'm going to fucking coach the shit out of you. And if you don't like it, you can go elsewhere. They're up like 15 or 16 with like a minute left. And he is fucking motherfucking these players left and right. And I'm just laughing my ass off. And they, you know what, man, you see them take it and they go, yes, sir. And they figure it out. And because they know
he needs a natty. He needs a natty.
Bad,
he needs
man.
a natty.
He's awesome, man.
I want him to get a natty last year, but bad luck, man.
Bad injury, man. They're better this year, I think. The more and more I watch them.
I was a skeptic the first 2 months compared to the previous couple seasons, but yeah, I'm starting to buy in.
But it's crazy though, looking back on them, we were skeptic of them. They lost a 1-point game to Auburn and like a 2-point game to Alabama. So like looking back on it, it's like they had the one bad loss to San Diego State in overtime on like the third game, but they dropped games to Alabama and Auburn in overtime, both of them. So like it's they lost to really good teams is my point.
Fair. I warned that I like to think this was my best call from a non-gambling point of view. I warned the good folks out there. Virginia Tech, Boston College. He's got to be done. Virginia Tech scored 36 points. 36 points.
11 and
against fucking Boston College. Against fucking Boston College. I'm sorry if you can't. And Mike Young, I like you too, pal, but you gotta can this guy. I mean, this is unbelievable. I thought I was looking at the women's score. I really did. Like, I thought like when it came across the line, because I wasn't watching that fucking game, I was like, that's got to be the women's score. And then it showed it again, and I'm like, oh my God, how the fuck do you let that happen? How do you let that happen?
How do we shit on a game before it happens the night before, and somehow it exceeds the shittiness of what we thought it would be? 26-11 at halftime, and don't give me that these two teams guard. These two teams don't guard anybody. That shit was fucking awful.
I mean, South Carolina Upstate, scored what, 74? Oh no, that's hang on. This is no excuse for this. The Citadel scored, double the points that Virginia Tech did in that building. It's just unbelievable. That's one you gotta move on. You gotta
shout out to Cam and Can-Am saying, I wonder how many teams scored more and a half than Virginia Tech for the whole game. Well, one team that is not known for their scoring, but scored more and a half was Wisconsin.
Well, they're known for the scoring now.
Yeah, you say that a year ago, and it's like, what the fuck? But yeah, this Wisconsin team can fly.
Hey, so what the Hokies are what, like 1-6 or 11? I'm fucking stupid tonight, but I'm saying that.
I think he's done. But
he's gotta be.
They also don't care. That's the problem. But like it goes back to what we keep harping on with the ACC is you better start fucking caring some of these schools.
I think they actually care because I think they had buzz before and they saw the potential.
Yeah.
I also think if the ACC did ever collapse, even though it looks like it's on stable ground right now with some of the new shit I've read, you just have to worry if that, you're in a small town in Blacksburg, Virginia. So it's not like some of the other schools like Louisville or the Carolinas or, you're kind of in no man's land. They should get their shit together. And I think they will. I think that Virginia Tech fans have had it with that athletic director. I think he's done. Didn't they can him? Or I've seen, if they didn't can him, I've seen them wanting him canned.
They got good leagues right in their backyard. The CAA, the fucking SoCon. I mean, this isn't fucking hard. This isn't a hard hire.
36 points at Boston College. Any coach should be fired for that.
Yep.
What is that?
Hey, real quick, I just saw this report come across. Speaking of coaches, Matt McMahon will be back next year.
I did see that too.
Yeah, but they said they're going to invest in their NIL. They said they didn't give them any NIL to compare to everything else. So I said, I could see it where if I'm not going to give you any money, why should I expect that you're going to fucking win?
It was evident that roster did not have as much NIL as the others in the SEC.
Yeah.
Going to happen. You saw it in football. The coaching carousel was not that extreme this year because they're going to have to pay these players now.
Yeah.
So by paying players all that buyout money, it's not going to happen as much. You know what I mean? It's not. I mean, some of these schools have so much fuck you money they could. But
Colby, I have an idea though. What if you go out and you get a coach that is experienced in paying players and knows how to manage the egos and manage the budget? And what if he was your coach in Baton Rouge only a half decade ago? What if that guy might be on the
for Virginia Tech? I think that makes a lot of sense. For LSU, I think he burned the have you guys looked into that story? I think he basically stopped talking to them. He lawyered up and stopped talking to his own employer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when they try to scapegoat you, when you do that too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. LSU's, they have been scumbags for
what are we doing?
He can do a lot better too. Yeah. He can get a lot better job than LSU.
Yeah, he can.
I think it was LSU was the one I was reading that cut off the power to the one of the players went to go just get some scattered ass at Ole Miss. and they thought he was thinking he was going to transfer, so they cut off the power to his mom's house. Fucking scumbags. Unbelievable. What do we got? Marquette destroyed Seton Hall. You were right, I was wrong. Lock battle.
Seton Hall so bad.
Yeah, at least they scored 56. That's 20 more than Virginia Tech.
Hey, they beat UConn. That's all that matters for Shaheen.
Yeah. I mean, this game was I had it on one of the screens. It was a tough watch. Then Minnesota. Hey, the Gophers.
Holy fuck.
Double lock. Win outright. Dawson Garcia. I didn't catch Mick Cronin's presser, but I would have loved to. That's a bad loss, man.
Oof. Yeah. How about Minnesota going to USC and UCLA and winning both? What the
They're
fuck?
playing good right now, man.
They're chippy. They're chippy, baby. The old Ghosts. Good
They
for
got Penn
them.
State and Northwestern at the barn. Barn's gonna be rocking Beanick.
What's he coming in for?
I gotta find this stat so I can tell you because you guys haven't said it yet. So it was UCLA is the where'd this thing go?
He's really selling.
All right.
Damn it.
Welcome back to the show, Beanick.
I know.
And a good day to you.
Oh, he just comes in and hijacks it and then goes, hold on, wait a minute.
I know. I had liked it, but it wasn't as soon as I thought it was. So UCLA is the only D1 team in the last 10 seasons to have a double-digit lead at halftime, but then shoot under 40% from the free throw line in the second half and lose the game.
Damn.
That's a choke job.
It's a deep stat. Yeah. Big time choke job. Hilarious. Minnesota, watch out for these Gophers. Then San Diego State put it on Fresno. Of course, Fresno did not cover. Did you bet this?
I ended up taking him. I waited till the very end too.
I stayed out with good reason, man.
How do you get blown out by San Diego State? They suck.
They scored 83 too. That's like 10,000 for average teams. Game balls. Where are you going?
Ooh, good one. Game ball number 1 tonight, I think, has got to be BYU. I know Kansas is down, but they beat the shit out of them, and it was a thing of beauty. They knocked them out of the top 25, which is great.
Yeah, I'll go with TCU. I mean, double-digit dog or whatever, close to a double-digit dog. Your rival, get it down, tough season, get a chance to say fuck you. That's always good. Game ball to the Horned Frogs. Where are you going next?
Eastern Kentucky, sweeping Lipscomb, pulling within a game of first place, winners of 8 in a row. They're right there in the A-Sun, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll take you to Nico Medved in Colorado State because they were this is supposed to be a step back year. Now, I know you're not winning the conference, but Nevada was projected much higher than you in the preseason rankings, and you just completed the sweep. Impressive. Next.
You know, they were eliminated tonight, but they showed the fuck up for us. Bellarmine is in the win column. They were up by 31 points at halftime. We got to investigate Austin P if they were on the take. How are you down 31 to Bellarmine in anything, let alone at halftime? Shout out to Bellarmine for almost putting up 100 points. Bellarmine, let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the team on the take, Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, they're on the take for sure.
Now they're playing good ball. Watch out, Mac. Beanick, I'm curious. Your Michigan rankings have to have Eastern Michigan higher up than they previously were after this gambling scandal.
Nope, they're still basement because of the gambling scandal.
I mean, have you been watching them?
For years?
Well, they're trying to get rich.
Been good for years.
They're trying to get rich. They weren't trying to
get
win
rich
games.
by playing good basketball. How about that?
Well, I'm not gonna criticize someone trying to make an extra buck on the side. I'm joking. I will, but sort of.
Noah Beanick is back here.
Everyone's scheming. I knew a guy in high school who robbed a bank successfully, got away. Got to be honest. Was the last person I think would rob a bank, but he was kind of a guy that didn't talk to anybody in high school. But we became friends over Wu-Tang. And he was a Wu-Tang fan, and then when I found out that he had knocked off this bank where he was previously a janitor, I at the time, I don't know, he might be caught now. I don't know. I almost feel bad bringing this back up. I don't want him to get caught. And I know the FBI is watching our show, but he successfully got away and got out of the States. Last I heard, he was on like the most wanted list. And I was like, I'm kind of cheering on my guy, you know?
It's hilarious.
When it affects you personally, you're just like, kind of hope he stays out there. Let's go.
Hey, is Beanick chewing on sunflower seeds back there? What's he eating? That's another thing I noticed.
I don't even know. He's got like a sandwich. Remember the one night he had a fucking sandwich?
He was pounding that sandwich back there.
My fucking throat is killing me. Let's get to these games. But before I do that, let's
pay the bills.
Yeah. The college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes. Hit on Nick Clifford over 19.5 points tonight for Colorado State. That's the type of edge you could find over at Underdog Fantasy. College basketball is obviously every single day. You got that action over there, but also NHL, NBA, MLB once that gets rolling, and UFL. So hop on over there, sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That's underdogfantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds. You can copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard. I do believe you'll make money. Or you can build your own model. That's what I like to do. And then Rhythm will adjust around what you like. They got college hoops. They got golf. They got NBA. All those rolling along right now. They got it all over at Rhythm. Claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. We are back. And I got slides, and this slate is really fantastic. It is a Thursday. No, it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. You can tell.
Going through the dog days.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do I have to do discipline? No, we can just bet away. Wofford is in Lexington, taking on the key debts of VMI. Cameron Hall. Fuck it. Give me VMI and the points. No bet.
So in the end, you showed the discipline.
I got some bets though on this slate. I do. What are you doing here?
Give me VMI, lock it up. I'm bought in. Bought in, baby. And they're at home.
Next up, I think this line has crossed over 0. American. I'm seeing Army is favored by 1 right now. What are you seeing out there in the universe?
I think it was American. No, it's Army.
Yeah. This game is for first place.
Yep.
In the Patriot League. That's why like tomorrow's games are fucking awesome. Give me Army. I think Army is going to catch. AU's 9-1 in their last 10. Unfucking believable.
Army's 2 back though.
Give me Army.
Yeah.
Lock
it up. Yep. Double lock
on Army. Let's go.
Army at home, baby. Well, if they don't play Navy, they're dragging.
Hey, Colby.
What's up?
Temple and Charlotte got moved from 9 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Because of the weather, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
Inclement weather.
I appreciate that.
We can still pick it like it's at 9 p.m. in the slides. We can do it then. Just wanted to note that.
No, that's a standalone game now. So now we have to bet that. Those are the rules. Don't be a pussy out there. If you're listening, you're part of the, you got to do it. You got to do it. Double lock on Army. Next up, Lafayette is at Holy Cross. Lafayette won by 17 just a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
Now it's just a 1.5 point spread. Give me Holy Cross. You know I like my Crusaders. No bet.
Discipline. Yeah, give me Holy Cross. No bet either.
You got your boy Richmond, Virginia. One.
I'll be here. I'll be at the game.
VCU laying 17.5 points.
This might be a massacre.
I'm going to lay it, no bet.
I'll take the points, but I'm not going to be sitting in that building holding a UMass ticket. I'll just take the points, no bet. It's just, that place is fucking jumping again. They're one game back of first. They got the big one on Saturday against Mason. Yeah, just give me UMass and the points. VCU wins by 15.
Next up, Nebraska is at Penn State. They should have played in 94 in football. Nebraska would have fucked them up if you ask me personally, but there still would have been a great, we should have seen it. Nebraska is laying 1. Actually, I see Penn State laying 1.5 now. This cross 0 too. This is like the Army game all over again. Give me Nebraska, no bet.
I'll go back to the well. I'll lock up Penn State here. Nebraska, third game in 6 days. They just had a miracle comeback on Sunday at Northwestern, double road spot. Yeah, give me Penn State. They end their 7-game losing streak.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Nittany Lions. Beanick?
I don't agree with the line movement. I'm going to lock up Nebraska. Puff Johnson's out for the year now. I literally just went and looked at it, and there was an article 7 hours ago saying that is the case. And they haven't just lost 7 in a row. They've lost 11 of the last 12. I like Nebraska. They seem to have, I guess, righted the ship somewhat here, as they are themselves 5-1 in their last 6 games. Cocktail Napkins got this at 3. Let's take the Cornhuskers.
We got a battle at State College. Phoenix on the Huskers. Go Big Red. Mac on Penn State.
Thank God the Napkins back. Fade away, baby. Let's go.
Next up, we have Richmond of Spiders. Oh, boy. You know, we don't have many more opportunities.
We can't lay points with him, though.
We don't have many more opportunities. It's just we're down to just a few. And my computer might be down to a few opportunities because I'm trying to load this photo, and it is taking some time.
Brand Dumpy JPEG.
Yeah, you got the background on my computer as well. No, Bobby Petrino is, but this is close to it. I would say there's a shipment coming in.
It's over.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? The last time a shipment actually came in, they got smoked.
No, but this is a real shipment of like the product winning in on the hardwood. That shipment's coming in. Why is this not showing? Did you press that shit?
It's over. There he is.
I don't see anything over here. My computer's about to blow up.
It's
all right.
He's here.
There he is. All right. You're telling me you think Richmond is going to go up in one of the last games Fran will coach in his great city of Philadelphia? The way I see it,
he hasn't announced his retirement yet.
It's fucking happening. All right. I will bet you on that.
I think you're right, but you're prematurely going, he's retiring because his team sucks.
I am going back to the well. Lock LaSalle. I want a part of this shipment. All right. I want a little, I've been right. These shipments been coming in for decades. And you're telling me there's only 3 more home game shipments coming into Philadelphia? I gotta load up. All right. There's some fur coats coming in. All right. There's some Believe it or not, some Alaskan salmon came up on. Coming down the old Yukon. You in or what?
How bad will you give me Richmond? I'm not laying points with Dumpy. He's a dog.
They're telling you. They're fucking telling you.
Or they just hate Richmond. Give me Mooney. Mooney
Well,
all day.
I do hate Richmond. At the way they treat me this year. Battle. Dundee on the shipment. Mac on that corrupt Richmond bullshit. All right. Let's go back to this. What's going on with my computer?
It's like the shipment. It's out of order.
You're good. I moved to the next slide for you.
Oh, speaking of out of order, West Virginia.
Bob Huggins.
Yes, the Huggins Bowl. I love the Huggins Bowl. This I have said they should play this on the final game of the season in the new Big 12. If they can't play Pitt, put this as. But Brett Yormark doesn't understand college sports because he's just sitting up in New York City. He doesn't understand it. He's just like, yeah, I used to work at Rock Nation. What's this? I just have West Virginia play TCU in the final game. I know Cincinnati play TCU in the final game. Don't even question why. Yeah, I'm locking up Cincinnati. I will say West Virginia's been a very hard team for me to comprehend this year, but I'm taking the 4 in Cincinnati. Let's go. Battle?
No, I think you're on the right side. I think West Virginia wins by 2.
I hate that because when you say you think I'm on the right side, I always lose.
They've been a tough team to figure out. I mean, they played their ass off on Saturday. I don't know. I don't think they're good. I'm pleased with the effort, but I don't think West Virginia is any good this year. They don't have any players left.
Yeah, I mean,
sprinkle
that money line. Sprinkle that money line.
I hope we fucking blow their ass out, but I'm not going to bet it. Hopefully we win.
All right. Well, I'll bet this one too. Actually, this line's dropped though. This is no longer at 11.5. This is at where the fuck is this? Damn, it dropped to 9.5. It's at 10 on the SGP show. Just continues to drop with good reason because the Pussy Pack is going to cover this. This is like Duke all over again. Lock Pussy Pack plus the points.
Yeah. What is this? What
you in?
Carolina that's laying this number. Yeah. NC State. What do? They play up to Duke and Carolina. That's what they do. Let's go. NC State.
Double lock on the Pussy Pack in Chapel Hill. Shout out to Greg in the chat. Greg is correct. This because they confuse it with the other ones on the soundboard. That specifically. YouTube.com/The College Experience. He is referring to the battle music that I play is actually from Evander Holyfield's boxing from the Sega Genesis game that was fire back in the day. Break box. But yeah. The other one sounds similar, so I could see how they confuse it. Yeah. Next up,
Tecmo
Gardner Webb.
Cooler too. Not gonna lie. Tecmo is like just close enough to like techno or whatever that music is.
But it actually sounds pretty similar, right? It sounds pretty similar.
Yes.
Yeah. Guys, we should bet Longwood here. Gardner Webb's catching 5.5. Longwood, I think after that home loss, I think they're going to put it on them.
They've lost 5 in a row too. I mean, I kind of like the buy low spot on Longwood. Yes, let's lay this wood.
Let's go. Lancers minus the 5.5. Lock it up. Moving along. Oh boy.
Oh, this is a great game.
IUPUI is entering the hospital where Mac continues to, I feel like I know Rob pulled up his stats. I don't buy it. I think Rob miscalculated.
They covered their first road game in like 2 months the other day.
They should have won outright, dude.
They should have.
No business losing that game. Yeah, I will say for this one, I'm staying away. But give me the hospital.
I kind of want to bet Ooey Pooey. They're off that crazy overtime game. That was like a Super Bowl against Oakland. They played out of their minds. But I'm not going to bet it either. Just give me Ooey Pooey. I don't feel like.
I will bet this though. Greensboro is in Johnson City taking on East Tennessee State. This is a huge fucking game in the SoCon because you have Greensboro in second place, ETSU's in fourth place. ETSU's lost 2 straight, and Greensboro caught them in Greensboro by 5, and that was really a closer game than that 5. Trust me. ETSU's 11-3 at home. I'm laying it with the Buccaneers. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll lay it with ETSU as well. I think that they are better than their record. 8-6. It's kind of hard to believe they lost a bunch of close games. I think they get Greensboro here. Let's go.
Double lock on ETSU. All right, next up we are going to Charleston, South Carolina, where the Citadel is hosting Mercer. Mercer's laying 7.5.
Citadel still hasn't won a game yet, have they?
Yeah, I'll take the points. No bet.
Good Lord. I'll lay it.
Next up, St. Joe's is taking on the George Washington Colonials. St. Joe's is laying 1.5. No, St. Joe's is absolute dog shit on the road. Lock. G-Dub. Let's go. You in?
Nah, I'm going to battle you. I think the line's solid. I think St. Joe's gets him. St. Joe's, I think they're the more talented team, and GW's been up and down.
Up and down? That's St. Joe's in the entire Lang era.
St. Joe's.
We got a battle. Dundee on the Colonials. Mac on the Skyhawks. All right, next up, we are going to Hamilton, New York.
Lock.
System. Okay. Yep. Colgate minus 6.5 against Navy. Double lock. And I'm very curious what you're doing here. SMU. Jeez, fucking slides. SMU still trying to make the NCAA tournament, believe it or not. They're right there, apparently. Laying 2.5 in South Bend? No. Give me Notre Dame. Lock. You with me?
Absolutely. It'll be the game that puts SMU out of the tournament. Love Notre Dame.
Double lock. I'm your leprechaun.
Remember when I turned this shit around is what he said.
Yeah, slap that damn microphone. Then he says, SMU's coming to town. I didn't even know they're in our conference.
He's
next
like,
up.
Yes, this is the perfect fucking get right game. This phony ass SMU team. I can look like a genius. People will think it's a good win, but it's not even that good a win.
Temple is at Charlotte. Mojo, have you seen it? I someone was talking about SMU to the tournament the other day. This is the game that's moved to what time was it? 3:00, Beanick?
3:00. This game should have just been 3:00 altogether. Yeah.
More storms. I root for more storms and hurricanes and tornadoes. And am I wrong to do that?
Nah, just don't say it out loud.
Yeah. It was like COVID.
Yeah.
COVID for me, like I remember just talking to this.
Yeah.
I was talking to this comic, my buddy, and he was telling me how bad things were at with his. I had to like shut the fuck up because I had like a pretty good COVID like our podcasting numbers went up, right? And I wasn't affected, but he was really affected. So I'm glad I didn't go first in the conversation, because I'd be like, COVID's been great for me. And, oh man, he told me some horrible, horrible shit. And I was just like, God, let me just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Best of luck to you. See ya.
Yeah. Yeah. We should bet Charlotte. This was a great game in Philadelphia.
It was. I got Charlotte circled here. I think they're gonna get this one at home. Temple, they fucking blew that game the other day, and this is a rigged team. They're gonna drop this one. Charlotte, let's go Clits.
Clits, double lock. Does moving the time ruin the fans?
There weren't going to be any fans there anyway.
1,000%. But I think Max has right there too.
They have a little bit of fans, right?
Not when they're sitting at what place? I mean,
they were there when ECU came in, and
were these imaginary fans to build up that road win? I didn't see any fans at that game. They're 2-11 in league play. Nobody shows this fucking bullshit.
No, they came for that ECU game. We talk shit to them. All right. You're always going to be a fucking made up little school. All right. Come play us. All right. I guess you have to now. For a while, they didn't want to in the CUSA.
You're going to eat shit when you face them in the 5-12 game and they knock you out.
Yeah, we might watch. I mean, probably will. Next up, Evansville is in Terre Haute.
Hilarious game.
Indiana State's laying 7.5. That's a big number. What the fuck is this number? Shout out to Saved by the Spread, giving us $20. Kind of new to the channel since following Beanick on college baseball. Looking forward to the rest of the season. Beanick on fire. There you go, buddy. Appreciate you, Saved by the Spread. And Beanick is get on over there. Check out the college baseball experience. We're rolling along. I was watching games all day today. Love daytime sports.
Baseball's great, man.
Yeah. What are you doing here on this fucking number here? This is a ridiculous number. What's this number? What the hell is this number?
Which means I'm gonna lay it. It makes no sense.
Lay it. Doesn't make any sense. This should be like a 2-point spread.
Beanick?
Oh, I'm just coming in to say, like, if you're not ever interested in like a 9-game slate on college basketball, if there's like a bunch of games that you're not thrilled about, check out college baseball on that day. That's the most fire day. All the best pitchers are throwing, and they're easily accessible games on ESPN and whatnot. But strapped in for college baseball as well. This is a busy time of the year. Let's go.
Shout out to David Matola. Daytime sports enables daytime drinking. That's what we do. I'll lay it with Indiana State. No bet. Fordham is in Pittsburgh taking on the Duquesne Dukes. That line is not accurate. What the fuck's this line?
I was like, damn, they're like 14.5. Duquesne is laying 6.5.
I'm gonna lay it.
I think I'm gonna lay it too. No bet. They lost them the first time. I remember that game.
What BU is laying 3.5 at home against the Greyhounds of Loyola, Maryland.
Oh, I know what this line's going. Oh, it's actually bigger than I thought. It's 3.5. I was gonna guess 1.5.
I'm gonna lay it.
Yeah, BU's playing good ball. Where are we at standings wise on these two teams, real quick? BU 7-7, Loyola 5-9. I'll lay it.
Next up, Charleston Southern's taking on High Point. High Point's laying 16.5. Give me the points. No bet.
A 6. I mean, I kind of want to bet Charleston Southern here.
I mean, High Point's clinched, right?
They haven't clinched, but they basically have.
I'm staying away.
I'll bet Charleston Southern. Too many points.
Money line back and lock it up. The Buccaneers of Charleston Southern. All right, next up. Oh boy, Vanderbilt is in Lexington, Kentucky. This line has dropped down to 5.5. Kentucky's laying 5.5. I'm on these doors, man. I think the doors are gonna. They got Alabama. Kentucky's got Alabama on deck. Blocking up Vanderbilt plus 5.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm on Vanderbilt. These veteran guards and Kentucky's banged up. So yeah, give me Vanderbilt. Kentucky doesn't guard anybody, and I think we get a close game. If not, Vanderbilt outright.
Double lock on these doors. They need it. Come on, Damani. Next up, we got Winthrop at Presbyterian. Winthrop laying 1.5. This was a lucky ass cover for us when it was in Rock Hill.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna lay it though. No bet.
The line kind of does stink a little bit, like it did last time. Give me the point. Nah, I'll lay it, but no bet. I'm with you.
Next up, we are going to Washington, D.C. for the chili cool-off. So I'm calling that one. The rivalry game.
Ed Cooley game.
Yeah, the chili cool-off. And cool off. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Providence. Shout out to my guy Clark Townsend. Georgetown fan, DM'd me saying, and you can get 4 right now on Providence. He says Georgetown only has 7 scholarship players tomorrow. Sorber's out, Sunda's out, and Caleb Williams is out.
Yeah,
load up. I'm on Providence. Take Providence.
Georgetown's a 3.5 point favorite.
4 point favorite. Yeah.
The cocktail napkins got the Friars -1 even without all that information that Clark sent you. So.
Triple lock. Triple lock on the Friars. It's been a while since we've heard the triple lock music.
No, I'm going the 1 game bump. They're going to play for Cooley tomorrow. I'll look at Georgetown. I'll battle you guys.
Have they played for Cooley in either of the 3 games they've already played?
We got a battle. Beanick. Dundee on the Friars. Mac on the Hoyas.
He's got to lose 5 in a row.
Isn't he 0-3 with like 3 blowouts?
He's 0-4. I will say last year, in fairness to Cooley, those were his players on the fucking Providence team. So I mean,
still kind of.
This year was a little bit disappointing. The first game, I will say, I thought that they could get him, but they're going to get him.
Wait, we're getting some intel here. Is this true? When did she pass Damani? Condolences to the Cooley family, if that's accurate. There, terrible.
I don't know.
If that's true, I'm still gonna ride. I'm still gonna ride Providence.
1 day ago.
Yeah, a little bit over a day ago.
That's terrible, man. That sucks.
Ironically, wait, did his mom live in Providence? Ironically,
he had to move her out of there. Come on. You're a millionaire son. You got to move the mom out of Providence, right?
The article says that he was just in Providence yesterday, though. Wow.
They should do the right thing, like Van Gundy did with Mark Jackson, have him fly down. They probably won't, but
Georgetown's a fucking lock tomorrow. I don't care who plays. I don't care.
No one's gonna be at that game though.
But they're gonna play for it. But this is tragic magic.
Let's go in, Beanick.
Yeah, I'm staying with PC.
Yeah, I'm staying with my play. So that's a battle. Georgetown can still win. I'm getting 4. Western Carolina is in Chattanooga taking on these Mocs. 16.5. I have to take the Cats here. It's just too much. They're getting better. They've won 2 straight. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
Points. I'm with you.
The Salukis are in Murray, Kentucky. It's a good game. As they are jockeying for position for the Arch Madness, which is coming up. Murray State laying 1.5. Give me Murray State minus 1.5.
Is this game actually in Murray? Did we check that?
That's a good question. No, it's in Carbondale. Okay. Give me. Well, this is bullshit. It's a home game for Murray, but it's in Carbondale. That's brutal. They're gonna lose out on the seeding.
Fill me in on this. Why is this the case?
They had ice storms and shit in Kentucky.
Gotcha.
This is tragic magic too, in a way, because they're gonna end up as like a 10 seed in Arch Madness.
Yeah.
Give me. You have to take the Salukis, right? You have to.
This really fucking sucked for them. I mean, you look at kind of they had a nice two game homestand coming up, and they got to play both on the road. Yeah, I'll take Southern Illinois. I'll lock Southern Illinois.
Yeah, I think we have to. We have to.
What's going on with this program?
Yeah. You're moving around. You're going from Murray, Kentucky to Nashville to Carbondale. Double lock on the Salukis. Next up. This line's now at 2.5. You know this, right?
Is that disrespectful to you?
It's very disrespectful. Look, L. Ron Hunter, Battlefield Earth. You're fucking with the wrong. Look, New Orleans is a pirate city. All right, go to New Orleans. They got all that shit everywhere. Go to check out some of the history. We're coming into our own fucking city, and we drink better than you fucks too. Let's go. Smash play. Money line.
Nothing that we couldn't do. We set out to defend our name, and now we'll never be the same. Never be the same.
The floor is yours.
Okay, I didn't know if you were done. Yeah, I'll take ECU. I like ECU here. I think that they actually have a better roster than Tulane. So, yeah, give me them as a short dog here in Tulane. I think they went out right. Let's go. Pirates.
Lock?
Yeah, I'll lock it up.
And just like that, folks, we have ourselves a double lock.
And may the Schwartz be with you.
Pirates. What am I seeing right now? Plus 125 money line.
There was nothing that we couldn't do. We set out to defend our name, and now we'll never be the same. Never be.
That sax gets me every time. Next up. UIC, flame on as they go into Des Moines. Remember, they were the team that wrecked Drake's perfect season. Drake's laying 10.5. I'm going to lay it, actually. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points. I think it's a tad too high, but no bet. Drake is off a loss themselves.
Next up, UNI, Northern Iowa in Nashville, Tennessee, taking on Belmont. Belmont's laying 1.5.
So back-to-back games at Belmont for UNI.
Yeah, give me UNI.
I kind of liked Northern Iowa here. I'm gonna bet them. They already got acclimated with the floor, played on it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Double lock on Northern Iowa.
Sweep the Nashville trip.
Fix your football stadium. All right. This is a great game here. I know Furman has teetered off some. They're in 6th place, but so has Samford. They're in 3rd. This game does have implications. Samford's laying 7.5. I've been disappointed by Samford lately, but I'm going to ride it right here, minus 7.5. What are you doing?
I'm back and forth on this one. I'll take Furman. No bet. It's just what's happened to them, man. Actually, no. I'm gonna lay it. I'm gonna bet it.
We should bet this.
We should. The more and more I look at it, they don't have the same dudes that they've had, and Samford kind of feels like.
Well, and the fact that Furman got him the first game.
Yeah, which I was kind of surprised that they did get him. Yeah, let's go Samford.
Double lock on these dogs of Samford. Next up, we are going to the Dakota Marker rivalry, where I have another lock. Jackrabbits are going to fuck up North Dakota State. This is a game with major Summit League implications, might I add, besides it being a gigantic rivalry game. How about the fact that they're both in 3rd and 4th place right now? Jackrabbits hop their way to a 10-point win. What are you doing here?
Yep, I'm all over the Jackrabbits. I think it's a smash spot. They have found their identity, and they are going to roll here. Let's go.
Let's go. Double lock on the Jackrabbits. Next up, we are going to Houston, Texas. UAB and Rice. UAB is only laying 3.5. What the fuck is this?
Oh my God! Do they have Memphis on deck or something? What is this line? Temple. They don't even have a look at it.
What is this?
Ugh.
They beat. Well, actually, last year, a year ago, they played. Rice won by 23. They haven't played yet this year, but Rice is 1-9 in their last 10 games. The fuck is this line?
I'll dive in. I'll lock up UAB.
I'll go with you. Double lock UAB. Something ain't right. They're off. They're looking at last year's numbers or something. UAB's 8-2 in their last 10. Next up, we are going to San Antone, South Florida at UTSA. What a boring ass game. Give me the Roadrunners minus 1.5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take the points. No bet.
Well, take the points is actually for South Florida.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shows how much I'm interested in this fucking game. I'll take the Bulls.
Next up, the Tommies are going into Vermilion. The Tommies are currently in 1st place. In 5th place is the Coyotes, who are 12-2 in this very building, the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. The Tommies gave up 104 points to South Dakota in St. Paul on January 11th.
Yep.
But they still won the game. Give me the Yotes. No bet. What are you doing here?
Here's why I don't like South Dakota. They're off South Dakota State.
But they lost.
Yeah, but I mean that was a max effort game. It was national TV. It was lit.
And the 1st place in the conference isn't going to be like that?
I don't think it's going to be to that level. Not like the Jackrabbits coming to town. I'll lock up the Tommies. Tommy's going to make a statement here.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up. The Tommies. Omaha. You can beat all the trash cans you want, but beat yourself into a 3-game losing streak. You fucking losers. All right, give me these.
We saw this coming.
I'm joking. I'm just coming at Beanick, who loves that little trash can scandal. All right. Kangaroos minus 1.5. Bet it. Lock it up.
Yeah. UMKC. This thing's going to keep.
Double lock. Next up, we are going to Valparaiso, Indiana, where Valpo is a beacon of shit these days. They are laying 2.5 against Missouri State. Give me Missouri State. No bet.
Take Missouri State, no bet as well.
Bradley, Illinois State. Oh boy. I'm locking this.
Illinois State.
I watched this whole game. What, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
3 weeks ago? Bradley hit a 3 with what, like 15 seconds left to solidify the win. That place was packed. Now you're coming to normal Illinois in this rivalry game, and you're off beating the top team in the conference. Lock up these Redbirds. You in?
Yeah, I like Illinois State. Give me the Redbirds here. They should have won the first one.
Double lock on these birds. Next up, we are going. This game's actually pretty good. South Alabama is that? Yeah. Sunbelt madness here. South Alabama and Jonesboro, Arkansas. Take it on Arkansas State. Arkansas State's laid 8.5. It's a big number to lay. But I'm going to do it. Lay it. No
lay
bet.
it, lock it, double-digit win for the Red Wolves here. I think they make a statement.
Really?
Yep.
I'm staying away. Just locking it. All right. Max just locking it. I'm staying away. Solo one, but Max says lay the 8.5. All right, moving along. Tulsa, North Texas, and Denton, Texas. This is one of like the regional AAC games that I actually like. It works. This one works. North Texas laying 14.5. I'm seeing now. Give me Tulsa in the points.
Yeah, give me the point. This is a little outrageous, this number.
Yeah. I'm thinking about betting that, but
yeah, let's fire. That's
yeah.
Texas.
Double lock on the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes at 14.5. Next up, Oregon is laying 1.5 at Iowa City.
Hilarious game.
You can talk me into like Altman teams start to play great ball right around now. They've won 2 straight. It's just
everybody
a weird matchup though because they never play.
The world's going to be on Oregon, aren't they?
It's just that, and there's no like when you play these other coaches, you get like you kind of know what they're about when they're new to this conference, so it's tricky. Yeah, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay off it. Give me Oregon though.
I'm betting Iowa. I think this is a game that makes no sense. Oregon's been up and down. Oregon. I think I'm not just going to buy into Oregon blindly because they beat Rutgers and who was it at home? Who was the other team? Nebraska.
No, Nebraska got them. Who was
the other team they beat? They beat Rutgers and Northwestern at home. I don't think that they're back. I still think there's issues there. I think Iowa wins tomorrow night back at home because everybody will be out on them. Let's go. Hawkeyes. They make 3s tomorrow.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Hawkeyes. Next up, we are going to San Marcos, where Texas State's laying 12.5. I will lay it against ULM. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll lay it. No bet.
Arkansas is catching 16.5 points at Auburn. I'm locking up Arkansas plus the points. Auburn wins by 9, by 8, by 10, by 12, maybe. Arkansas stays within that number. What are you doing here?
It'd be like the most Calipari thing ever to do. Go in the jungle, win this game. He did it last year. It's like
we called that shit. Remember that?
Yeah. I'm all over Arkansas. I think this will be a fun game. Yeah, lock.
Double lock on these Hogs. Next up, UCF is in Stillwater. It's kind of a stupid game in its own right. Should we bet Oklahoma State?
Yes. UCF's kind of quit, man. They've been
double lock on these Cowboys, even though they lost by 30 the other night. Next up, we are going to the rivalry game. Miami, Florida against Saudi Arabia State. Did you guys see that documentary in Miami? Fuck me. Guy buys a submarine. He's like he moves to Miami when he's a kid, and then like he buys a Russian submarine. Forget the name of it. It was a fantastic documentary. Just Google Russian submarine documentary. Chat, help me out here. That documentary was fire. Someone saw this shit. Odyssey, something Odyssey. I don't know. What the fuck am I talking about?
I don't know.
You gotta watch it, man. Just the fact that you could buy a fucking submarine, and I want to say it had like torpedoes on that shit too. Yeah, they used it to smuggle drugs, the juice. You know what I'm talking about. Operation Odessa. There we go. Odyssey. What the fuck am I talking about? Miami's taking on Saudi Arabia State. Maybe there's something like that going on for this game. For Saudi Arabia State is laying 7.5 in Tallahassee there. Lay it.
Oh, I'm betting Miami. I think Miami showed the pulse over the last couple of weeks.
I have no idea in this game. You got Hamilton, the last rivalry game. Sell me on why I should bet Miami.
I think Miami might be the better team over the last 2 weeks. Miami's covered all 4 games. They actually won 2 of them outright. They got embarrassed by them already this year. I mean, Florida State, where are they at mentally?
All right.
Too many. Miami lock.
All right. I'll join you. Miami, double lock plus 7.5.
It wouldn't shock me if they won.
Yeah, no one's going to be at this game, even with the rivalry game. Next up, we got Gonzaga and Pullman against Wazoo. Gonzaga's laying 12.5. I'm going to lay the 12.5 with the Zags. What are you doing here?
First meeting, would Gonzaga win by like 15?
13, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I'll probably lay it with the Zags. They have St. Mary's on deck. Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. I'm gonna jump in on the Cougs. Little brother, get up for this one.
Little brother, big brother. They lead the all-time series. Believe it or not.
Hey, when it comes to basketball, I think Gonzaga's the one that in that state kind of runs the show
right now. But over the course of 130 years, Washington State's got more wins by a substantial amount. I still believe.
Yeah, I actually think that they'll be able to compete. Washington State provides a variety of different, play levels, I think, and on the right night, they could challenge the Bulldogs, and I think it could be the right night. As like we mentioned, St. Mary's is next for Gonzaga, so they got bigger fish to fry.
Moneyline Mac. I'm sorry. Wait, Moneyline Mac. You're on this too, or no?
No, I'm on the Gonzaga side.
Okay. Phoenix. Lock it up, Washington State. Go Cougs. Next up, Oral Roberts. Phoenix, you might as well stay here and talk about your boys for a little bit. Yeah. I do think Denver is the play. They're at home at the Hamilton Gymnasium, and you don't just walk in there. And should I mention Oral Roberts is 0-13 on the road?
Good God.
This line's dropped a point, surprisingly. I'll lay the 3.5 with Denver. You can talk me into a lock despite them only winning by 2 in Tulsa on January 23rd.
I'll lay with Denver, no bet. I'm not going to talk you into it.
It's not what I was looking for. B-Nick, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I need another bet. I'll lay it with Denver. Welcome to the altitude, Golden Eagles.
Welcome to the Gold Rush. Oral Roberts, Denver. I'll join you, Beanick.
I am not making this a triple lock. I don't want to jinx a triple lock of fucking Denver. I'll stay away.
Next up, we are going.
Buddy.
I got another lock here. I don't care that UConn's on deck. I don't think DePaul is prepared for 40 minutes of hell. That is Rick Pitino and St. John's. I will lay the 12.5 with St. John's. Lock. They win by 19. What are you doing here?
I'll battle you. Give me the ball. Let's go. Late night voodoo. It's going to be like that Marquette game. Johnny's get out there alive, but they struggle in this game. Horrible spot. Horrible spot.
We got a battle. Dundee on the Johnnies. Mac on these RuPaul blue balls. Let's keep this lock train going. Alabama's heading into Columbia, Mizzou, where Missouri's laying 1.5. I'm locking up Missouri minus 1.5.
I kind of like Mizzou too.
Yeah.
I think it's a sneaky look. Alabama's got Kentucky on deck.
Yeah.
And Missouri, half the SEC teams don't even know Missouri's in the SEC. Then it's just a forgetful place. I mean, I say that I don't.
Como is undesirable as a road trip.
Yeah, it's just a forgetful stadium and stuff like that. Like I like it personally, but I'm saying if you ask a lot of people to name their SEC teams, they always forget Mizzou. I think Mizzou is a sneaky place. You look at their offensive rating; it's higher than Bama's. And they play much better defense. And they're 16-1 at home. And even that one kind of got away from them.
Are they forgetting about Missouri, or are they just not picking Missouri? They're just not picking Missouri. I think
the world forgets about Missouri.
No, they just don't get picked. They're like in the game of dodgeball. Missouri is like one of the last picks.
In the SEC game of dodgeball? All right.
Yep.
Mac, you in?
Yeah, I love Missouri here. I think it's a good matchup for them. They get the athletes to mess with Alabama's foo-foo offense. Let's go.
Triple lock on these Tigers.
Loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're up top 'cause we play to win.
All right, next up we got San Jose State heading into Logan. This one. Part of me is like Utah State's going to win by 1,000. Part of me is like San Jose State's good enough to keep this like within 5 or 6. I think I decided that's what I feel like is more likely. Give me the points and Sparty. What are you doing here?
I like him, Sparty. I think it's too much. It's a tough spot off that New Mexico game. I think we get a close one here. I think Utah State pulls away late, wins by like.
And San Diego State's on deck in Logan.
Yeah. Yep.
Double lock on Sparty.
Brandon, if it was always so easy to take the better roster and coach, Kansas would be undefeated right now.
Very true. Well, I don't know about better coach than Kelvin Sampson, but I mean, I guess he's got more championships. Some people measure
more Big 12 championships.
That's true.
Too.
His validation is the Tulsa run. It's hard to argue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Tulsa.
But I mean, do you remember how bad Houston was before Sampson?
Yeah, I know. What Sampson's done at Houston's remarkable.
Portland is in Moraga, California, taking on St. Mary's. We got to bet Portland, right? Got Gonzaga on deck.
I ain't touching this game, man. I just like St. Mary's can name their score. Portland's. I think the points is the right side, but
yeah,
Mary's they just destroy teams in this league with their defense.
Yeah. All right, stay away. But
you're gonna win 60-30.
I got a smash play here though. New Mexico's in Boise, Idaho. Boise's laying 2.5. I am all over Boise State minus the 2.5. CBS Sports Network covering this. Boise is 11-1 at home. New Mexico's won 8 straight. Boise's been a disappointment. Veteran team. They put the kibosh on this shit tomorrow. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm fading both Patinos. So a lot of good PR for him this week. Boise gets him here, revenge, and I like him and up there in Boise, man. New Mexico, I think this is a scheduled
double lock on these Boise State Broncos, and it seems to be the theme of this college basketball season. We end the night with a terrible game.
God, I'm so sick of this.
Rutgers
bullshit
is in Seattle taking on Washington.
You can have a bet here, though.
I mean, we just got to bet Washington, right?
No, I think this is the Minnesota.
Has Rutgers been out there? Oh, they have. They have.
They lost to Oregon. Yeah. Washington's coming back from Penn State. Is that the last game they played?
You're right. I'm in. Let's bet Washington, or let's bet Rutgers.
Yeah, Mac just pulled my arm. Yeah.
I mean, who's Washington to be laying points against anybody?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
This is such a dumbass game.
Yeah.
Washington's at home, but they're the road team.
Yeah.
So stupid. Why did they? I don't know. Let's triple lock. Rutgers. Money line. All right, folks. That's all of our games. Is there a Hawaii game? No, there's not. Thank God. Just because I don't want to talk. If there was a game, I'd be happy. Top plays of the night for me. How many are we doing? 5. Boise State is certainly one of them for me. That's one. I will also add to the card. Let's go with the likes of Notre Dame will be 2. East Tennessee State will be 3. 4 will be. I think you sold me on Rutgers. Didn't think I was going to say that, but Rutgers will be one of the 5, and for the 5th one, I'm seeing this Florida State Miami line at 8.5 right now.
Oh, I tucked you into Miami to get top 5 play.
8.5 now.
I agree with you, man. Everybody's shitting on us for the Miami play. Miami's covered for us 4 times in a row now.
I'll put it like this.
Right the other fucking day.
Hold on, I'm gonna keep it off the top 5, but I did. I'm just noticing that it went up a point. Give me the Jackrabbits to fuck up the Bison as the 5th one there. Fire, Mac.
I had Boise at number 1. I had Missouri at number 2. I had Arkansas at number 3. So I'm fading the Iron Bowl, the emotional game on Saturday. I had Notre Dame and Penn State 4-5. So yeah, what did I say? Boise. I kind of ran through it. Boise, Missouri, Arkansas, Notre Dame, Penn State, and I do love that Rutgers one too.
I love how we're fire on these bullshit games like Minnesota tonight. The useless game, the stupid game, the one no one wants to watch, and I end up watching it tonight because you're just deprived. Beanick, what are you doing? Fire.
The money is in the crumbs. So with that said, I also have Rutgers in my top 5 place. So I like
what could go wrong?
I like Nebraska tomorrow. I like Providence. I like Rutgers. Those are 3 dogs, 3 of my top plays. And then Missouri. I think they win that game by more than 2 points. And then Washington State plus 12.5 against Zaga. I wouldn't play that one until it tips. I would go.
I think you can get. I think there's a 13.5 out there. Being
that's what I'm saying. I think there's going to be that number will rise. This is going to be the worst it'll be. So,
folks, give Noah a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. If you're going to a game, let us know. Tag us at TCE on SGPN.
I'll be at the
There you go. Moneyline Mac will be at the Siegel Center. Check out the pregame show as well. Check out the college baseball experience. Just a fire weekend of picks. Also, check out the college football experience. Bill Belichick. We just went through North Carolina's upcoming schedule. One of the more exciting teams in college football this season. Check out all that good stuff. Also, check out the Sports Gambling Podcast, College Basketball Edition. Yeah. And till next time, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins, over my head, watching hair as it thins, over the ledge, and ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win, lose or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a ride a day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit, and I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. When I start the program and the doorbell ring, I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. American dreams, lessons, and still they work. I guess the sand on the beach still was really dirt. Now I'm going home, flying over Rome at 30,000 feet. Like, damn, is that really Earth? I see the killers work on walls, familiar turf. Got a little school in graph, 101 was first. Got a little school in math, didn't really work. But put the numbers on the block and I make them hurt. Any block is my stomping ground where my people lay low so they can't be found. They don't wanna be, ain't from the crew, but I'm honorary. Liquid, soul assassin, harmony. Type of armory that's more than a shield. Type of armory's DeLorean steel. Type of warrior's ill. So true to my sound, but dig deep so it can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down.